How's it going, my Coach K family? Today we're going to look at what is going on in the markets and how to actually spot a Bitcoin dump and a Bitcoin pump before they actually start to happen. How I can read the future. I'm going to give you a little glimpse into how I do that type of TA. We're also going to look today at a new project that you must stay to the very end to hear about. I don't think you've ever heard about it before. And when you do, you're probably going to be quite excited to get acquainted to what this project is doing. So, you guys can do for me right now, hit that like and subscribe button, mash on that bell. Let's do this, my crypto fam.
Fat kiddo.
What's up, Coach K fam? Today we're going to look at how I know or get a very good inclination of the market before it has a major move and why I get so adamant about what's going to happen. So we're going to look at 4 charts to start off so I can give you a good perspective on what I'm looking at right from a first glance, first thing in the morning, get an idea of where we're actually heading. Okay. Now we look at a few charts. First, Bitcoin, second, S&P 500, third, gold, and fourth, the DXY. Now, in this, the most important one that you should start with is the DXY. There's also the JXY, which is a Japanese currency index. Those two kind of work together sometimes, but we can look at just the DXY to start, get a good piece of alpha that you will learn to use that most traders I've seen using in trading in crypto don't, because they haven't traded in any other market before. Now, looking at the DXY, it tells us a few things. What is the DXY? Well, it is the US dollar currency index. What that means is when it's going down, people are selling dollars to buy something else. When it's going up, people are selling other stuff to go back into US dollars. Now let's look at correlations. Well, as this went up, and you can see on all the charts, this cursor, right, the dotted lines. So let's look. As we were sideways, gold was sideways. As we were sideways, S&P 500 was, as this came down a bit, it was going up, as you can see, right? Now, when it hit that bottom right here, what happened within 2 days? Went up one more day, and then we started to come back down. Why? Look what happened. It started to climb. Then we had a down day, and we started to climb back up a bit. And then we started to push higher. Now we're seeing this dump. Now, the same exact thing you can see on gold. Gold was pretty much sideways this whole movement, not really going up or down. It stood right in this little area right here. We'll go over that in a little bit with the gold chart all by itself. But what do you see? The second this day happened right here, this day both had a doji right here. We saw that as this went up, this went down. And you can see that perfect correlation, right? Now, Bitcoin normally, now this is just an anomaly today because this is happening. Bitcoin generally follows the same thing. So let me just go down to, now the US dollar was going up, right? Sideways and up. So Bitcoin slowly came up, and it started to get really bullish, right? And what did we see? We saw that we started to fall. This is how I knew we were very likely going to top here, and why I opened my short at $11,057, right near the top of this level. And then it started to come down. And now we've came up and kind of faked out the 21-day EMA on Bitcoin, and we're looking like we're going to potentially have a hangman at resistance here and likely come down further. Now, there's a few aspects you have to think about as well from a fundamental perspective. The first thing is this. What happens with this stimulus package, and when will it affect the markets? Well, obviously $2.4 trillion is not a little bit of money. Where is that money going to go? Do you think people might put it in the markets? Possibly. But will it happen right away? No. If we're going to dump, or my mid-October prediction where we start to come back and start to move back on up, we need it to happen within the next 2 to 3 weeks. I really do assume, especially with the DXY being mega bullish, this is really bullish. If you look at the DXY to see it move this fast, this high, is very rare. Only a couple times has this happened, right? Now, if you see it to come up that fast, right? If it doesn't reject this level up here, goes into this cloud, I expect it to go to the top of the cloud, whether it be 96.50 or 97.50. It's going to be in that level, in that range. But the DXY being this bullish literally tells me that because we're coming up, this is likely to turn into a hangman. This close a little bit higher and turn into a hangman at the resistance. And over the weekend, we could have our bloodbath. Okay, get ready for that because it's very likely to happen. Then we look at Ethereum. Ethereum, like I said, would come down to that level. And it did exactly come to this level right here. 313, it literally directly tapped it. Then we had a bullish engulfing candle, but look what we have here. It did not close above this level. And we have a hangman potentially forming. Now we have 8 hours and 40 minutes. And the reason why it's a lot later than normal is because my first recording microphone did not work for some reason. And I recorded for that whole time without anything happening. So that was unfortunate, but now we're doing another. Now gold, same thing I said, it's going to come down this level. We keep having lower highs. Boom, we finally got that to happen, right? The SPX 500. I don't really like these candlesticks. I think that we could see this come down further, but so far it's holding this 100-day EMA. DJI, same thing, kind of doing this, holding this Kumo top here. So these markets don't look good. I'm telling you right now, they don't look good. CME, sorry, also can't break this 21-day EMA, and also the Kijin it can't break. So this is likely to come and fill this gap as well. And then we have Bitcoin dominance starting to taper off. And we can see that from total 1 and total 2 up here. Total 1 shows the whole entire market cap, but total 2 shows the altcoin market cap. So altcoins are actually outperforming Bitcoin today. And if you're someone who got into XBTC, that's good for you because you'll rebase positively. It happens. Now, looking at all that from a holistic perspective, understanding the stimulus is probably going to come in a couple weeks. Very likely, if the DXY keeps pushing higher, that we will see Bitcoin have another major dump. So be prepared.
Bull.
You dull creature, and I will not be bullied by
TA.
Right? So that's what we have to look for, and that's what we have to pay attention to. So it's not really rocket science, anybody, you know what I mean? But it's things that you must look for, and if you do this, you will be more successful as a trader. You'll find that you actually see the correlations a lot clearer, and all of a sudden you'll have alpha in your strategy that most crypto traders don't even ever look at. They never look at currency markets, but they matter so much. The correlation between currency and Bitcoin is immense until it isn't, right? We all believe in this crypto sphere that, you know, we're going to have decouplings and stuff. It might happen. We're starting to see a little bit of that. We're seeing decoupling happening right now while Bitcoin pushed higher. So did ETH. The DXY has been on a mega bull. It's not something we normally see. Don't normally see that. We usually see things go down together. Down together. Bitcoin, for some reason, had a little up day. Fake out? Probably. Another one of them. Now, we'll likely see over the weekend us come back down and maybe even fill that gap quickly so we can reset, go sideways, and then in middle of October, October 10th, something like that, start seeing it reverse and go higher. Now, give me my confluence. Well, token metrics updates, right? 57 data points every single time, every day. So this was showing down all the way to 84, 9,000. Now it's readjusted. And what we're seeing is that likely this is following really a lot of what I'm seeing here, like a mid-October low at like 95, filling the gap, right? A wick, you know, something like this, a wick down, here's 95, right? So a wick down to this level, this 95 area, and then we come and fill it, and that's what I think will happen. And we'll start to have October move into November, which we had the last bull run as well. So if you don't use token metrics, you definitely should. If you haven't, there's a link below. It will literally change your trading life, especially if you're not a trader. Okay, you follow their predictions and you follow the indice, you will make more profit than trying to do it all by yourself. 57 data points is no joke, and the data and reviews on here are sick. Like literally, I read them and I'm like, man, there's so much detail. I'm so glad I don't have to do it. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. Don't be the person who doesn't want to listen.
What did I tell you? I talked to you before, didn't I? Didn't I say what's going on? Didn't I say not to go buy anything for a while?
Yeah, like that. Don't be that person. Be the person who's smart, listens, try to add some things to your toolbox and learn. Now, if you're not understanding a lot of the stuff I'm talking about when I talk about EMAs or the Kijin or the Tenkin, they're just parts of its trading system that work for many people that use similar things to me, but some, obviously we all use different. And if you guys want to learn what I do, you go to academictrading.com and you can sign up, and our platform is going to launch in about 7 days. So when that launches, you guys will get an email and say, hey, you can start, getting in the academy. And remember, I'm a teacher. I built curriculums. I understand how people learn metacognitively, and I'm going to help you guys get to that next level. That's why I love doing what I do. This is why I'm here, because of you guys. So thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting, smashing them likes, hitting that subscribe button, and commenting. I love your comments, and that's why I respond to every single one. Now, moving on, we're going to do something. We're going to talk about this coin, this new project that I've been telling you to wait for at the end of the video. And this one is so interesting to me. Why? Well, let me just give you a brief overview of it, and then you tell me what you think. PlasmaPay, okay? Think of Frontier Wallet, think of Rio DeFi, think of Crypto.com. They all do similar things, but this one has a little bit of different aspects. So yes, it has DeFi and crypto and fiat, but it has really crazy partnerships they've already made. So some of them include bank wires in 8 different currencies around the world, 25 Southeast Asian banks, 50 merchants, Visa and MasterCard, right? Crypto exchanges and crypto to crypto exchanges. This is pretty, these names are not small, right? We can see that. But here's the interesting, the really cool part. So they have CeFi, which is where PlasmaPay is, right? And then we have Plasma DLT, and then we have the Hyperloop, which will literally connect all of the systems together. So you won't just have CeFi or DeFi. You'll have CeFi, DeFi protocols, and e-wallets all in one, and different blockchains that can interoperably connect and talk to each other. This is different than a lot of the other ones. There are similarities, but it's a little bit different. And I like this because this project has been around for 2 years. They didn't just see DeFi and go, wow, we're going to have a bunch of money and make a DeFi project. No, these guys have been building this for 2 years. They're the real deal. Now, their tokenomics, great. You guys know I've written 5 projects tokenomics in the last year. I'll tell you right now, I really like these ones. Okay, that's just my own personal opinion. Round 3 is really great. Round 2, sorry, is really great because you get 3 months to get all your tokens. Round 2 is better because it's a little bit cheaper. But personally, I like getting most of the tokens faster because this is a crazy market and you never know what can happen. But at the same time, you wait a little longer, you pay a little less, right? If you wait for the seed round, you pay even less. And for the seed round, it's really good because over 10 months, you're going to get your tokens, which isn't a long time for a seed. They've made it very fair. And I really like the team and advisor having less than 15%. It shows that it's really about the community, which is why they've highlighted that so much. Now, moving on, I just want to go over the main part. So this is what your DApp online crypto business side will look like. You have all your stuff here. You have how much money you have in your balance, bank account balance, your SWIFT, your bank wire. Everything is all here. And as a business, you have your APIs, you have your invoicing. All of this is in one page. Nice, sleek, nice design, simple to use. And then with the dApps, right? Plasma Finance has liquidity, farming, borrowing, earning. So you have a little bit of everything, all in one simple to use dashboard. And so this is why I think it's really cool. And then they also have bank cards. So they're going to have prepaid cards, they're going to have virtual cards, they're going to have a cold wallet card, and they're going to have a metal black card. And basically you pay annually for the cards, right? And you get paid back in tokens. So some people may say that this is not the greatest compared to crypto.com or other competitors, but this can always change as they go. So, it may not be as great as some of these other ones. It still is pretty good because you're not having to hold $10,000 worth of SXP, for example. be able to use one of these cards and get those cash back. There's pluses and minuses to everything in the industry. Now, they do have already a ton of supported currencies, DeFi tokens, so you'll be able to use this right out the gate. Now, the crazy part about this company, 100,000 clients already, 100,000 across 161 countries, mainly in these 9 right here, Germany, Indonesia, Philippines, Singapore, and they have all these currencies, euros, US dollars, rubles, Great British Pound, rupees, and on and so on and so forth. I don't even know what MYR is. I never used it, but I bought is another one. I live in Thailand, so that one close to home. Now they have all of these really easy ways to use, and they also have big targets for the future to hit the rest of the world, especially Southeast Asia. They're very focused on that region. Probably because we're, in Southeast Asia, they're very forward thinking and less over hyper regulatory. Now, here's the cool part. The strategic partners that they have at Binance and OKX, what they're trying to get now is HSBC, Citibank, Barclays, SoftBank, Visa, trying to bring all of these payment processing systems in one. That is the project. Now that's the project. You tell me what you think about it. Do you think it's this? Or does it look more like this? Gotta love it. You tell me what you think. I want to hear. Leave a comment and tell me. You think this is a good project and why? I will happily answer all of you. Okay, so that's basically it. We looked at how I use alpha trading strategies so that I can get an edge on the rest of the crypto traders out there who don't use anything from the traditional markets because they're anti-traditional markets. I'll tell you right now, being anti-traditional markets will cost you a lot of opportunity. That's for damn sure. Open your mind. Don't be closed-minded. Don't be culty about the crypto scene. If you're a trader, you're here to make money, right? So focus on that, not only on decentralization and changing the world all the time, because ultimately the markets don't care about that. Truth. And the next thing we looked at was PlasmaPay and what it does. And I want to know what you guys think. Do you like this project or do you not? I personally really like what they're doing. I'm personally going to invest in this, and if I can get obviously an allocation, but if I get an allocation, I'm going to try and get some of my good friends in this too, because I think this could be a good potential project to do a 10x, maybe even more. That's what I'm looking at. Now, what I need from you guys is to just do something really simple, and it's to click on that like, smash up that subscribe, hit on that bell, and leave a comment to let me know what you think. That's it. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I'm Coach K, and I will see you on Monday. Take it easy, everybody.
Fat, little, fat.